Sorry, we're closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Episode 93 of Sorry We're Closed. And today I was going to talk about some stuff. I was going to talk about some TikTok, the TikTok drama I just don't get. I never will. It's crazy. And it's like some serious allegations. I am diving right into this. Some serious allegations. I watched a 14-part docu-series today on TikTok with some girl who has been accused of sexually assaulting some guy. They were not in a relationship on TikTok, but they made it seem like they were in a relationship on TikTok. It was a whole thing. And it's insane. These 17-year-olds are getting into some crazy ass drama. They're talking sexual assault, having videos of it. When I was 17, the worst thing that was happening was I went to an all-boys school. There wasn't that much drama, but maybe a party got broken up over the weekend that people were having a few beers at, sexual assault, and on video on TikTok for millions of people to see, putting up 14-part series of why you didn't do it. It's insane things. It's insane for 17-year-olds saying her legal team is getting involved. Who is a fucking legal team at age 17? It's mind-blowing shit we got going on here. But listen, this is the world they live in. It's not the world I live in, but it's a lovely world for them. So that's where I'm going to leave it. I don't want anything to do with it. I have no interest in living that life at 17 years old. I hope my kids don't end up doing it, my future kids. I don't have any kids right now. And so instead of going into that absolute nonsense, we're going to have a little fun with today. I don't know how long this is going to be. We're going to do a few of them. But I did a series... A couple TikToks. See what you guys have me doing now? I'm doing a series I'd say maybe 3 or 4 episodes ago where I just do Would You Rathers. And I'm going to do that today. I didn't have a ton to talk about today. As you guys know, I record and film this on Fridays before the weekend. And I'm about to head into Green Rock for a Friday. And it's actually very exciting for the Red Sox Yankees series this weekend. Hopefully when you're listening to this, it's a nice clean sweep for us. For those Red Sox fans, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm just gonna have a little fun with this, pre-gaming a little bit here, and enjoy a nice some Would You Rathers. I did 5 last time. We'll see how this goes. I don't know how many I'm gonna do. Would you rather? So the first one I'm seeing right now is: would you rather be 10 minutes late, always be 10 minutes late, or always be 20 minutes early? I think this is fairly easy. 10 minutes late, always be 10 minutes. I understand what you're saying, it's less than what you have the other way. 20 minutes early, though, I think that's the easy idea, the easy decision here, the easy choice. I don't think, being 10 minutes late, you can, you're always be late is never a good thing, to always be late. So 20 minutes early has got to be the only choice here. I don't think there's any way you do the 10 minutes late idea. I don't even understand the rationale. Let's see, they say make others wait or have to wait, have a hard time getting a job, or be constantly waiting around looking at your phone. Yeah, I don't see the risk reward here of hard time getting a job, but always have to look at your. I'd much rather just stand there for an extra 10 minutes, 20 minutes looking at my phone than have a hard time getting a job. I don't see the rationale. I think that was a poor. I'm not. That's not a great. Would you rather? Not in my eyes. Number 2, would you rather have one real get-out-of-jail-free card or a key that opens any door? So the idea here, I guess, is that you can literally do, they're saying here in the little description that, limitless theft. But it's not saying that I get away with it. If I steal constantly, I still get caught, and I guess you get caught, you have a key to open the jail door and all the doors that leave. So I guess you could theoretically maybe escape. I don't know. I think that I don't anticipate ever going to jail, but I think that's more valuable than having a key that opens. In real life, let's talk about the innocent version of this. You never have to worry about losing your keys again. You have a key unless you lose that key. This is a little bit more of a conundrum. Let's operate on the thought that you're not, if you're going to lose your car keys, you can lose this key. This is a little more difficult one. and again, we're operating on the innocent version here, that I'm not going to go around stealing people's money and jewelry and things like that. I still say I get the jail out of free card, just in case, on the off chance that I get in some shit that maybe even I wasn't. One of my biggest fears, honestly, is being wrongfully convicted of something, because a lot of times, like, you get something and all of a sudden, let's say it's a social movement. A lot of times you're convicted by by the public, not so much by the jury. It's a weird world out there right now. So I'm going to use the get out of jail free card. I'm going to get that. The key to opens any door. I'm not going to steal a bunch of money and all those things. So I don't think it's all that important to me to have. And if I could lose that key, no, I'm not doing it. I'm taking the get out of jail free card. Final answer. Next, would you rather know the history of every object you touched, or be able to talk to animals? I don't think that's hard at all. I'd much rather be able to talk to animals. It's not even close. I think it has to be cool, but like most of the objects I have are kind of useless. Like most of the things the history of them are being shipped to me on Amazon. I don't have any interest in knowing that. I apparently already do know that. So yeah, no, talk to animals. It's not even close. Absolutely not even close. Would you rather be married to a 10 with a bad personality, or a 6 with an amazing personality? This is not hard for me either, and I'm not being. I think everyone's like, oh, the good guy says amazing personality. I'm not trying to be a good guy here when I say this. I would rather the 6 with the amazing personality. Back in my single days, and of course, Chelsea, if you're listening, you're a 10 with an amazing personality. But back in my single days, I actually talked to a girl who was a very attractive young lady, but she had she was very nice, but she was as plain Jane as it gets. It's like, might as well have talked to a brick wall, and I just couldn't do it. I after one date, I sent her packing, because like, I'm a big talker, like getting into good conversation, thoughtful conversation. If you have a 0 personality, there's absolutely no way I can ever get along with you. There's absolutely no way I could ever get along with you, because it's going to be like, I'm never going to want to hang out with you, because 90% of your interaction is non-sexual, has nothing to do with looks. Like, you have to be able to get along with the person. So yeah, a 6 with an amazing personality, it's so close. And if you want to do a 10 with a bad personality and a 1 with an amazing personality, now we have a discussion. But a 6 is a good looking girl. Yeah, no question about it. 6, amazing personality, final answer. Next, would you rather be able to talk to land animals that fly? Would you rather be able to talk to land animals that fly, or animals that live underwater? Land, so I guess birds, or am I able to talk to fish? I'm not sure which one would be better. Yeah, I'm just gonna say animals that live underwater. For some reason that seems cooler to me. But I don't really I don't really have a reason behind it. I'm sure talking to birds would be cool too. This is kind of like you're trying to differentiate. And why land animals that fly? Why not all land animals? Because we do all animals underwater. I don't know. This seems like an interesting and odd question. I don't really have any reason behind my choice here. So I'm going to move along quickly from this question. But I guess animals live underwater. Why not, right? They maybe have been around longest, right? Maybe we can go with that, give that type of reasoning. I don't know. It's a terrible question. Would you rather have all traffic lights you approach be green? That's fantastic. Or never have to stand in line again? That's a really good question. Because standing in line sucks. Now, I'll preface this here. I rarely stand in line, specifically when I'm going out. That's where the biggest lines occur in my life, where you're standing. You see, like, if you're on TikTok and you're from Jersey, I'm sure you saw the DJ's lines this summer or this past weekend, where people were standing with garbage bags on and things like that to protect them from the rain. I think it was entirely stupid. I would never stand in line. It's just not my thing. I don't do that anymore. If I don't have like a way in to beat the line, I'm not gonna go. Or I'll get there really early. Like, I'm not above the line. I just don't want to stand in one anymore. That's just not it's not enjoyable. And the bar that I'm getting into, I think there's probably another bar that's good enough that I would enjoy that I don't need to stand in line for. So that's not really my thing. But I drive somewhat frequently to never have to worry about a red light again, I think that would be magnificent. So I'm going to choose, I would never approach I would never have a red light or yellow light again. It would all be green. I'm going to choose that. I do that more often. You can talk about the airport maybe waiting in line, but I just got TSA pre-check. I just don't think that there's enough line waiting in my life to outweigh the benefit I would get from never having to approach a green, or never have to approach a traffic light again that's not green. So green lights, final answer. Couple more here. We got 10 minutes into this podcast. I don't want to take you guys forever. Although I did get a lot of good reviews about the Would You Rathers. It's kind of thought-provoking. And when you sit there and you listen in the morning with your cup of coffee or on your way to work, when you talk about Would You Rathers, and the reason I started doing this was because when I take a podcast, if it's not educational, which my podcast is not educational, I talk a little business, but no one's here to listen to my business advice. You get thought-provoking. You sit there and you think about, or would I rather this? And I think it's a little bit better than just me talking about other things at times. So I don't know what number we're on, but here we go. Would you rather spend the rest of your life in a sailboat or the rest of your life in an RV? Okay, hold on. Let me rephrase here. That's incorrect. I read that incorrectly. Would you rather spend the rest of your life with a sailboat as your home or an RV as your home? So you don't have to stay in the sailboat or RV for the rest of your life. You just need to have that as your home. I'm going to choose an RV. I think sailing around the world would be really cool. And I'm using this as I know how to sail. I don't currently know how to sail, but for argument's sake, for this question, I do, and I'm very good at it. I would rather the RV solely because when I'm sleeping, I don't want to be, bouncing all around all the time. I don't get seasick, but I just prefer not to have to worry about that. And I'm going to assume that the sailboat's not a yacht, because if it's a yacht, I'd probably just dock it in New York City and I go out and then I come back and sleep on the boat, which I guess probably wouldn't be all that rocky on the docks of the Hudson. So that's but I will choose the RV for argument's sake, and to be fair here, that I don't have a yacht. And just for the waves, really, just for the waves. I don't think that I get very seasick, but I'd rather the RV. Yeah, I guess you can go anywhere. Not all of my travels are going to be by sea. Like I'm going to go see my parents and things, so I'm going to need a car. I guess you could still have a car, just the car is your home. I don't know. Let's choose RV. Let's move on. Final answer, RV. Would you rather give up all drinks except for water, or give up eating anything that was cooked in an oven? That's a good question. Okay, I'll give you a little background here. I don't really drink anything that's not including alcoholic beverages. I don't really drink anything besides water. Water is my go-to at all times. So, with that being said, I don't want to give up alcoholic beverages in a pretty aggressive fashion. But I really also don't want to give up eating food that's cooked in an oven. That's a lot of things. Oh, geez. I'm gonna say, it's brownies. There are certain things. Is a microwave oven count? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say microwave ovens don't count. And with that being the case, I'm giving up anything cooked in a conventional oven. Although it does not specify anything in a conventional oven, I will give up. I can't give up drinking. The scotch is too good. I don't drink all that often. I think I'd be a lot more productive if certain days I didn't drink. But in the line of work that I'm in, the industry that I'm in, I can't. I gave up drinking. I can't work at Green Rock. I'd shoot myself if I worked at Green Rock and wasn't able to drink during the job. So that's it. Last one, folks. Let's take it to the house here with this last one. Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future, or 10 minutes into the future of anyone but yourself? I'm going to say 10 minutes into the future of anyone but myself. I think that that gives me a plethora of people I can go to instead of just myself. And 10 minutes really isn't that far. Like, there are certain things that will probably pop up that would be really nice to see, a little bit in the future, just to see it and know what exactly is going to come out of it. But yeah, I'm going to say 10 minutes into anyone else's future, because I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't necessarily need to see my future. 10 minutes isn't that far out. It's not that far out in for one person anyway, but to be able to see anyone else's future for 10 minutes, I think that's the route you have to choose here. I'm not that curious about the 10 minutes in my life, but just be able to see everyone's 10 minutes, and I mean, overwhelming probably. But yeah, I'm going to say 10 minutes for the future. Anyone else? Final answer. Guys, I hope you had a great weekend. I do enjoy doing these Would You Rather, so I'm probably going to do them a little bit more. I didn't realize how much I enjoyed doing them. But I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you're listening to this with the Red Sox at least winning the series this past weekend against the Yankees. Is a huge series for the Red Sox, so hopefully that happens. And until next time, guys, I'll see you at the bar. Thank you so much for listening to the Sorry We're Closed podcast. Go subscribe to our email chain over at thepatlight.com and follow us on all social media. Until next time, guys, I'll see you at the bar.
Sorry, we're closed.